welcome everyone. So we've been busy this morning, no more lambs yet, but just feeding everything, and the two little lambs are still happy, and the mum's actually looking a lot better today, and she seems to be looking after them a bit more, so that's good. So we've been noticing that a lot of the time whilst we're not in the shed, if we're checking on the lamb camp, there's been a lot of crows and magpies getting into the shed and just sitting on the gates and stuff when we're not there. They are the most demoralising animals or creatures when it comes to lambing, because as soon as they see sight of anything lambing, or when the lamb's just been born, they can be really nasty. So some of you may remember Pecky from a couple of years ago. You may have even met her because she was quite a character. She was born early in the morning. We'd gone out to check the sheep, they were out in the field, and within a couple of minutes of her being born, the crows had come down, and they were actually, when we went out into the field, they were actually attacking her then. They'd pecked her ears, they'd pecked her eyelid, but mostly they'd pecked her tail, which was it left a really nasty infection over time in her spinal cord, which caused her to, once she eventually sort of got over everything, it left her sort of very partially sighted. So we try and avoid that happening again. So this year we're going to try making a scarecrow and see what happens. So here's what we'll be using. If you'd like to make one at home, here's what you'll need. So we're going to use overalls, because obviously on the farm we've got lots of these, so we're going to be using overalls for our main sort of body and clothes. If you haven't got overalls, you could use, I was thinking maybe you could use an old onesie. You don't have to use adult clothes, you could do a little one with your old children's clothes if you've got something. If you haven't got an all-in-one, you could use as long as you've got long sleeves, you could use a long sleeve jumper or a shirt and some trousers, and I'll tell you later on how you can fix them together. So that's the main body. You can use to stuff, if you haven't got straw or hay, because obviously we're in a bit of an advantage there. You could use old towels, you could use old pillows and stuffing from pillows, you could use the stuffing from duvets, chop an old duvet up, and you could even use cardboard from the recycling, or milk bottles, just tie bits together in plastic bags and use them as stuffing for different bits. So once you've got those, you could use either a balloon for the head. We're going to use a football, so we're going to use a football for the head. We've got then either a pillowcase or a bit of sheet or a tea towel that we're going to put over the football and to draw a face on. And a hat, you could use a bobble hat or a cap, and gloves. We're going to stick some gloves on, and then the feet is a bit of sort of stability. You could use your dad's or your brother's old rugby socks, some welly boots if you've got an old pair of welly boots. None of this has to match. You could do odd socks, odd boots, or gloves, and we're going to stuff the overalls to start. If we've got say, you'll need some string and scissors. Little ones, get your mum and dad to cut the string for you. We've got baler twine, but obviously you can use garden string or ribbon, anything that you can secure stuff with. Obviously we're in the sheep shed, so hopefully they'll be secured. Okay, so we're going to start by tying the bottom of the legs up so that the straw doesn't escape out of the bottom. So just do it slightly up from the bottom of the legs so that it's nice and secure. I'm going to tie it on. So, and then get your scissors and just chop It doesn't matter about what this looks like because you're going to cover it with your welly boots or your socks afterwards. So tie both your legs. Right, now you can start stuffing. So we're going to fill up the legs first.
Have you got an audience?
It's surprising how little really you'll need of this. As I say, you can use cardboard, anything really. So if you're doing your trousers and shirt, you've done your trousers. If you've got ideally trousers with belt loops, you can do it up tight, or if you've got jogging bottoms, you can pull the drawstring and do that bit up tight first. Then do the same as we've done, tie the bottom of the shirt together, just with a bit of string at the bottom, and then we're going to fill the shirt up next, or the body of your onesie or overalls. So do the overalls up. Now we've got the body stuffed, we're going to go and find either a twig or a broomstick or a handle, anything that we can poke through to hold the arms up nice and solid. Okay, so we're back out here with, we've just found a piece of hazel, but you could use any stick or branch in the garden. And all you're going to do is just poke it through the sleeves. Thread it back through. And there we go, because we've got something handy to use to string it up to or fix it to now. So, next we're going to do the head. So you'll need the football, balloon, anything, rugby ball. You could even use an old pillow and a pillowcase to go over the top to draw your face on. Oh, and some string. So, literally you're going to want to pull it pretty tight so that it's still got the spherical shape. Get your string again and tie it tight round the bottom. Cut the string for you, and there, so we've got the head that will sit into the shirt now. So using some string, you can tie another bit of string around the bottom, leaving enough excess to tie onto your branch or broom handle, whatever you have left. Right, before we attach it, it might be a good idea to draw the face. So obviously you want to try and do a scary scarecrow, or you could do a nice scarecrow if you want. So just do some eyes. and a scary mouth.
He looks quite happy. Oh, right, okay.
Sharp, nasty shark's teeth. Oh, maybe a nose. Nice, looks a little bit like a pumpkin. Now we're going to attach the head to the broom handle. So poke the excess material in, and using your string, tie the head onto the broomstick. Now don't worry, once you lean him up, we'll make sure that his head's nice and upright on anything that you're tying him to. Okay, so we're going to add, some people might want to add a hat, so you could use bobble hat, cat, you can use bobble hat. His head's a bit big.
Yeah, that's my struggle every day. That looks right.
There he is. Okay, so now we'll do the feet. So we're gonna put, you can either use some rugby socks or, as I say, wellies. So we're gonna use some wellies.
Where are the wellies?
Jim?
What? What, mine?
Yeah. We're gonna stick his welly boots on now. So this will give him a bit of support. As I say, in the garden you can stick this up to a tree, or if you've got a post or a fence you can attach him to, then you can always do that. Oh, this is funny.
It's definitely not a scare sheep.
So yeah, you can add hair again. Like I said, you can use straw or wool. Let's get some hay. I just realised this is making it look like me, isn't it? Oh dear.
They're gonna eat his hair.
You know.
Hang on a minute. Hey, that's the one's got out. Hey.
And there we have it. Scarecrow in its full form.
Oh.
That's the Scarecrow all done. We'd love to see what you do at home if you fancy making one. And as I say, you can use children's clothes if you don't want to make an adult size one. And yeah, once you've done them, message or email us your photos and we'll upload them onto our Facebook. Cheers, guys.